Hi, I'm Merritt Turetsky of the University of Guelph, and I'm with my amazing colleague,
Jen Baltzer from Wilfrid Laurier University.
And we are standing in the middle of the Scotty Creek Research Basin in the Northwest Territories. And we are looking at a collapse feature within a permafrost forest. And this is a system that Jen has been studying for a number of years. And we are debating right now in the field how old we think this feature is, how long ago the permafrost thawed and converted this really dense black spruce forest into this open wetland thermokarst feature. So Jen, what do you think? What's your guess?
Well, what we have is a pretty flat thermokarst feature here, but you can see over on the edge there a lot of trees kind of falling into this wetland feature, and we call those drunken trees. Their feet, their roots get wet, and they don't do very well in that. The whole physical substrate, the permafrost underneath them thaws and destabilizes. They get waterlogged and they die. And you can see that those trees have little green tags. This is part of a large forest dynamics plot, and each of those tags is a tree that we measured either in 2013 or 2014. So if I were to walk across here and not get stuck in this big muck of water, we'd see trees that are about, I don't know, 5-8 meters away from us at that edge that have died since they were censused. And we've seen, it looks like, maybe 3 or 4 meters of thaw during that 2 or 3 year period. So horizontal thaw. So this, in my opinion, is growing very quickly, and so to my mind, this is a pretty new thaw feature. What do you think, Merritt?
So Jen uses the trees to tell her something about rates of thaw, and I use the ground layer vegetation, the mosses. So we can see some really wet-loving species of sphagnum that only grow when permafrost thaws. These are real indicators of disturbance and of permafrost thaw. So we know that thermokarst, both from the trees and from what the mosses are telling us, has happened quite recently. But where did the trees go in the middle of this feature? I think the trees toppled over a couple of decades over in the middle of this feature and have been buried by moss. And that means we have peat accumulating after permafrost has thawed here. So we could really answer this question that we're debating about by coring into the center of this feature and matching it up with the dynamics of the forest. And maybe that's what we'll start doing. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.